All right, joining me now on Inside TBT from Red Scare, Dayton legend, Scoochie Smith. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, man. What's going on?
Not a whole lot. I've gotten to interview you a few times in post-game interviews, but
Yeah.
this is the first one that we've done as a sit-down Inside TBT. I'm going to ask you a similar question to what I asked you last summer. Looking back on it, are you happy that you have decided to make TBT a part of your yearly basketball routine?
Yeah, it's been good. It was definitely fun last year. Wish we would have, got the job done, but I had an amazing time, being able to go back to my alma mater, University of Dayton, and receiving all that love and, feeling like I'm back in college, hanging with the guys and everything. So it was definitely a special moment, giving everyone joy.
Did you expect the quality of play to be as high as it ended up being?
Yeah, I did, of course, because first of all, it's high level just because everybody's competing for money. Then, secondly, everybody's, right in their own and doing what they need to do year in and year out. So I already seen level of competition there, seen a lot of guys, people, ex-NBA players, top overseas players. So definitely expected that.
You seem to thrive off of a good home crowd. Throwing your hands in the air, doing the little airplane celebration after a big three. How much fun was it to get to play in front of the Dayton fans?
It was real fun. I was just really just reliving the moment. Giving the fans what they wanted. I think of TBT as a big alumni tournament. Alumni March Madness type of thing. So I know the fans were just reliving a lot of moments that I had in college. So I was just doing things that I was used to doing back in UD Arena.
Obviously, you had a great debut. You made the all-tournament team, exciting player. I want to
Yeah.
talk about TBT 2023, but real quick, what's your basketball been like from the end of TBT to now? Where have you played? Did you win the championship? What's going on?
I just recently played in Poland. So I played with Start Lublin out in Poland. So I was in that league, and we didn't do so well. We didn't make the playoffs and everything. Individually, though, I did perform. I got to display my talent. I had a good season. My numbers was good. Wish we would have won a little more. In the Polish Cup, we came in second place, and then in the second European competition, we came in third place. So we're still a little competitive. We just didn't get the results that we wanted to finish out the year.
Where are you at right now?
Right now, I'm just out in LA right now. I'm not really specifically doing anything. I didn't sign anywhere or anything. Just really preparing for TBT.
All right. So the bracket came out today. We waited until after the bracket was out to do this interview. You guys are the number 1 seed. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well earned. Did it feel cool to see that number 1 seed next to your name?
Yeah, it felt good. It felt real good. And then, but at the same time, it's always going to be some sneakers in there, and it's always going to be after you might win a game. It's always going to be the next one's going to be a little tough and everything. So just looking at the bracket, it looks a little tough, and we just stay focused and hopefully we get the job done and move in the fashion that we did last year. I think everything will handle itself.
So one of the potential second round matchups is yourselves, and obviously you need to beat India Rising in the first round for this to happen. They're a great team, second year in a row in TBT. But you could potentially be playing the Ohio State alumni second round. Pretend it wasn't like you had to win first, just in general. Dayton alumni versus Ohio State alumni, is that something you would be excited about?
Oh, I think the whole state would be excited. Columbus is about an hour away from Dayton. So I think that'd definitely be a good game for the fans and for the basketball in general. So, just having being able to play them when I was at Dayton. So I think, that'd definitely be good.
Yeah. Do you have a moment from your time at Dayton that really sticks out to you as, this was my favorite basketball moment in Dayton?
I would say playing in the first four. When we played in the first four, because, we played at Dayton. So I would say like that was like one of the loudest moments I've ever heard playing basketball. Like the atmosphere there was crazy, and it was a close game, and Boise State was in the game, so they didn't lay down or anything. So it was like the atmosphere there was unbelievable.
That was when Big Shot Seibert hit.
Yeah, that's exactly. So the gym was going crazy after that one.
What's up with him? Why does he hit all these big shots?
I just pass him the ball and he just get the job done. That's really how it goes.
Of these guys on the squad, who's your favorite to play with? Like who's a guy that you feel you really have the best chemistry with?
I would say probably Cyber, just because that's a little easy. And I started my career at Dayton when, he was starting as well. So, we kind of started our seasons together, and he was a little bit of the OG for me. So, and also, being in moments like Boise State, helps the bond a little more.
Absolutely.
So,
So
yeah.
the Dayton fans showed up and showed out last year. They do every year. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
With TBT, but do you have a message to the fans for this year around of TBT?
Oh, just to, come with a little more energy. I think a lot more people's prepared. For TBT this year, I don't think a lot of people was able to, clear their schedules last year. So I think it'll be a little more crazier atmosphere and everything. But, just do what I usually do and, bring the energy that we need, because we could be down 5, we could be down 10, or we could be up 5. And that little help always, makes a difference.
So I really do think that you guys played some teams that may have been better than you in a neutral court last year, like the money team with Trevor Booker, Jordan Crawford, Jimmer. But that crowd, I mean, that just fueled you guys. I've watched the highlights of the game. The crowd was insane. Do you have a moment besides the first 4 where you feel like without the Dayton crowd in college, you may not have won a game that you did win?
Not really. I think we were just locked in, just what was at stake in the competition that we were playing. I think guys were locked in, but, maybe to stay focused or maybe to get the other team off balance a little bit, getting ahead. I think the fans might have played a part in that. But, that's how it goes in basketball. That's what helps create the moments. And I think if we had a lot of neutral sites everywhere, basketball wouldn't be as fun.
Absolutely. I've been to Dayton a few times. So what are your favorite restaurants, bars, etc. to go to when you're chilling in Dayton?
Oh man, I like the Pine Club. I've been there one time. That's a fancy one though, but I like that. I've been there one time. I'm not even really a fan of steak, but that was definitely a good one. Um, I also like Fleming's, but after that, I really keep it simple. I go to like hibachi. I might go to BD's Mongolian Grill or cheesecake. I don't really do too much if it's not a special moment.
All right, just a couple more questions for you. You've played, all over the world in your short basketball career. You're just getting going. Got a long career ahead of you. What's the most hostile environment you've ever played in? College, pro, it can be anywhere.
The most hostile environment. I didn't play in this one, but the most hostile was definitely Panathinaikos versus Olympiacos in Greece. That was definitely. Also, I've been partisan Red Star, so But I would say the most hostile would be we played against Partizan, and I was able to hit a buzzer beater, and it was on their home court. So I would say like that was the most hostile. We wasn't able to leave the arena for about like 2 hours and everything. So it was definitely the most hostile. Those fans over there, they love their basketball in Serbia. So it's crazy there.
So I know your brother and you are doing a camp this summer. What are the details there?
We're throwing a camp at the University of Dayton, July 22nd, July 23rd. Right before TBT tips off in Dayton. We'll be doing that grades 1 through 9, and it's a 2-day camp. Come through, have fun, work on your game, learn from me and Malachi. So win some prizes. It'll be free food there, so then also be giving away tickets to TBT game for the kids, so you win things like that. And just, come and have fun before we tip off and handle business.
Who wins when you and Malachi play one-on-one?
We don't really play one-on-one a lot, but I was definitely older when we did. But we haven't played now, but I think I'll get the best of them.
Down the road, let's say it's 4 years from now, TBT, Red Scare still rocking and rolling. Would you like to have your brother join the squad?
Oh, for sure. For sure. That'd definitely be, something to look forward to.
Awesome. Well, Scoochie, before I get you out of here, this has been great. The floor is yours. Any questions for me? Could be basketball, TBT, whatever. We got the bracket now, so any questions for me?
What's your Final Four?
Ooh, I got asked that earlier today in a Twitter space. Way too early for me to give a Final Four. However, I think 2 of the strongest teams in TBT. One, I think the Jackson, Tennessee underdogs in the Louisville regional will be very good. They're the 6th seed, but they got Jalen Barford and DeSonta Bradford.
Okay, I did see that.
And two, you guys got a tough Friday Beers team in your regional between Mitch Creek, Gabe York, Aubrey Dawkins, a bunch of guys I'm forgetting. They are a scary team. So I think, you will potentially collide with them in, the third round in Dayton. And I think that could be, a deciding factor of who ultimately won the championship.
So I'll definitely be, keep my eyes on those two teams.
Absolutely. Well, Scoochie, I appreciate you coming on, man. Fired up to get to watch you play again this summer. And I mean, what a debut last year. Hopefully you guys can make it all the way this year.
Hey, I hope so too, man. We're definitely going to be working towards that.
Thanks, man.
No problem. Appreciate you.
Clocking out early, that's the dish I don't like. Been getting paid since I was riding on the bike. Hit the pedal with the 8th, hopping on the 9th flight. I've been chilling out of sight. I'll be at the bar tonight. Told the bartender, go and take my card to swipe. You try the same thing, but your card get declined. White rappers nowadays, no, we're not too hard to find. I'm so dapper with my ways, I'm gonna linger in your mind. Always told me good things will come to those who are patient, but I've been way too patient, writing bars in my basement. I'm anxious in the real world, it's time for me to say this. The basics, the talent in my mind, I can't waste it. My life is too safe, it's my time for risk taking. I'm baking my mind, every day it's the same ish. Lazy, my grind needs to get a new facelift. Coming from the underground and busting through the pavement. Rock with it and lean with it. My team winning, my team winning. Now rock with it and lean with it. My team turn up when I spit it. Now rock with it and lean with it. My team winning, my team winning. Now rock with it and lean with it. My team turn up when I spit it. Don't think that I'm playing because I'm saving the game, and I said that I will be more because that is so raving, racing and pacing around all these lames in my lane, out my way, unless you're trying to pay me. Not from the playpen, it's coming from the jungle. When you hear the bell, you better be ready to rumble, because I'ma grab the gloves and I'm gonna flex my muscles. Go ahead and spit some bars, but you're probably just gonna mumble. A lot of rappers these days really need to get them humble, cause they think they at the top, they better stop before they stumble. Cause I'm swiping all their biddies while they swiping right on Bumble. And your girlie calls me daddy, but she only calls you uncle. But no, we not related, homie, no, we not some fam. You never get in clubs, you can't even